Hello, Jonathan, also known as Fatal1ty. How do you do?
Good, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fine, actually. Even though it's starting to get a little bit tired after all the days here at CeBIT.
Yeah, it's only 4 days, so it wasn't that bad. You know, I flew right in here and from Los Angeles, actually. I came here, and then I'm working with Asrock to do my new Fatal1ty P67 motherboard. So promoting that and showing off all the features that I had input on and so forth on the product. And just been launching that, and then also OCC memory. We have a new power supply unit coming, and also some new RAM as well.
Yeah, before I know you have done most work with creative, right?
Yes.
And now you're expanding to Asrock. I've never heard about Asrock before.
It's actually one of the top 3 motherboard makers in the world. They've been really moving up in the motherboard market, and the product we were able to build and their craftsmanship building Fatal1ty motherboard is second to none. I mean, when I first saw it, I was like, wow, these guys really made an awesome killer looking board, and it looks really stellar. I mean, I'm really happy with it, and then also it performs, in all the reviews and stuff. OC did a review on the product, and we're killing it in the gaming department. Like if you're gonna game, this motherboard by default is like just better than the rest, so it's really amazing.
Ah, nice. If I remember correctly, were you competing? Was it golf or tennis before gaming?
I played tennis and all these sports my whole life. I mean, it was like top of my state for doubles tennis, but it was just something I did in high school. I was a team captain and stuff like that. So I played a lot of sports growing up. I played baseball, hockey, football, tennis. I grew up a very active person, so I played a lot of sports, and the skill sets and the hand-eye coordination from playing real sports carried over to video gaming very seamlessly. And it's all about competition. I just want to compete against someone else and beat them. So that's what it's all about, competition.
So how did you come into gaming? Because I know that you hadn't played that for that long when CPL or before CPL, that Racer. Frag 3 in New York.
Frag 3 was actually in Dallas.
Oh, in Dallas, okay.
Yeah.
Was that your first competition?
Yeah, in 1999, that was my very first pro tournament. But, I played since 1993, so I had 6 years of training of playing first-person shooters,
So you played Doom, and...
Yeah, I played Doom, Wolfenstein 3D, Quake 1, Quake 1 a lot. I mean, if you were good at Quake 1, you could play any game.
Yeah, for sure.
The game was so fast, I just got... I followed the scene pretty heavily. I was always on IRC, involved in the community, joining teams and all that stuff. So I played for a long time, and I followed. I used to train with the guys who traveled to play Quake 1,
Yeah.
So I had a lot of training before I went to Frag 3, but a demo of me got leaked out to the internet, me playing Turning 2 on the Quake 3 test, and people were like, wow, like, this guy's nuts. So, and that's when people started knowing me. It was Frag 3. I was like, it was kind of interesting. I was like, I'm from Missouri, I have like $500 in my bank account. I'm just trying to go play in a tournament and see how I do. And my friends said I did really well, and I did. I won 4,000 that weekend, so I was very happy.
For sure you played the most Quake 3 and you're most known for it, but you also were one of the best in Unreal Tournament 2003 and also Alien vs Predator and of course Painkiller.
Yeah.
I don't remember, you played Quake 4 quite a lot on a competitive level?
Yeah, I joined the scene 7 months late, but yeah, I played it at a very high level. I took number 2 in the world at the finals.
Against Toxic?
Yeah, against Toxic, yeah. So I was really happy about my performance there, playing the game only for 6 months. And then shortly after that, Championship Gaming Series contacted me and wanted me to be a host and a commentator for Championship Gaming Series. So I kind of, left the competitive scene to try to help grow esports. For gamers by being a spokesperson and traveling around doing these kind of exhibitions around the world and educating people like, hey, gaming does exist, like you can do it for a living, and like I'm proof of it,
Was that a hard decision to go more into the commentary and be a spokesperson for esports, even though you had been it all the time during your career? Still, you stopped, and I know Quake Live came back, or Quake 3, and it was your favorite game, I assume.
Yeah.
Was it hard?
Well, yeah. I still wanted to compete for sure, but just the business side became a big possibility to do a lot of cool work, So, with Fatal1ty brand, I've been able to, do more business, doing business than I was in gaming. So, it just you know, it was just so many opportunities came up, and I just couldn't pass them up. You know, I mean, you know, training for tournaments is very hard work. Training 8-12 hours a day. So you know, starting a brand and creating products for gamers to help them game at a higher level was also something I wanted to do before I became a professional gamer. I wanted to make products back before in 1999. I wanted to make you know, different kind of products to help gamers game better. You know, so for me, creating my own brand and company was like a dream come true. You know, and I'm still doing it today. You know, it's for me to help other gamers play better, and then also to sponsor those gamers that travel around the world. You know, I've sponsored like 20 different gamers that travel around for tournaments and so forth, and I really try to give back to the gaming community, and that's what I'm trying to do more now. I'm trying to grow esports, and I'm working on a couple different projects right now to help gamers get better, and then also, you know, play in tournaments and get them out there. You know.
Are you surprised that other esports stars like yourself haven't done what you did? Really trying to make a living of it, trying to be a businessman, because even when you were like your first tournaments, I think I saw an interview, you explained what gaming was together with Trash, I think.
Yeah.
You were really young, but still you could like speak for yourself and explain it in a good way. Are you surprised that not everybody is like trying out this?
Well, I just, you know, different people have different goal sets in mind. I mean, I was just very lucky that I had a business sense at the same time as I had skill in the game, you know, so I was able to maximize my potential by, you know, doing the spokesperson role and doing the business, and, you know, I mean, everyone was calling me to do interviews, you know, so it was just more or less like I was the voice that was being heard, so I just made sure I took full advantage of it. And, you know, I really didn't know I in the first 3 years of me playing, I didn't even know I was famous. I mean, I was just doing my thing. I loved my gaming. I played my games, and people were like, "Dude, like people know who you are." And I'm like, "Really?" Like, it's so weird. Like, I mean, I just play video games, you know. But it's like, yeah, but you do all these interviews, and like people like recognize your name, and like you're mentioned like every time. Like, so I'm like, wow, that's so weird, you know. So for me, it was kind of a shock. I mean, because like I'm from Kansas City, you know, I never really thought of. You know, being like famous from like playing video games. I just did it because I loved it. So it's been a lot of fun playing, and then also doing a business around it.
About which year did you get a manager, an agent to help you out, or did you solve it the most yourself, or father or friend? How did it work out for you?
Well, I kind of just saw an opportunity, and I had the business sense, I guess, because my parents owned companies and so forth, whatever. And I just kind of I was like, oh, okay, you know, I can do this on my own. So I just kind of did it on my own. You know, I created a mouse pad. I called up companies and said, hey, can you make this product for me, and I'll sell it on my website. So, you know, I knew how to program back then. So I create my own web page and all my, you know, all the sales buttons and buy buttons through PayPal and all that stuff. And,
oh, really? I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, Photoshop, everything. I did everything. So I was really involved in like everything I created. You know, and it took me about 3 months to really get it all going. But I worked really hard at it, and I got on MTV, and I won that Unreal Tournament 2003 tournament. That's when I launched my company.
Yeah.
So just kind of did it all on my own, and it just was booming. I was making like $50,000 in 5 months selling mouse pads, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. So I was like, I just need to keep making products, and basically, you know, I realized the business side is a lot of work because it's an everyday job, you know. And I was like, I still need to train for tournaments and so forth. So that's when I started looking around for business teams to hire and so forth. And I have a business team now for about 6 years that I hired to come on and help me run the business, day-to-day business, you know.
Yeah. So,
you know, they go out and find new licensees and so forth. And, you know, I kind of took the different route. I do more licensing now than actually making my own product. So I don't have the overhead of like having a building and having an office and all, you know, all this stuff like this, right? So it works really well for me to doing the licensing part. You know, it's very lucrative, and it's a very good business model.
You have won a lot of titles. I don't know how many, but some people make fun of you that you claim that every win is a world champion title. Do you have any comments to that, or do you even care?
I mean, like, you can call it whatever you want. I mean, 12 major championships or whatever. It was just a title everyone was calling it, so I kind of went with what everyone else was doing, you know. And then, you know, as it gets on paper and on it comes like a life of its own, you know. So I mean, I would just say 12 major championships, you know. It's fine by me, but like, I mean, the best players were there, you know. So I don't, you know, I mean, it wasn't like there was no one there. I've won like 50 or 60 tournaments. So I only the major championships or wherever the big ones were the ones that everyone wanted to win. That's where all the money was.
Does anybody say to you that like you're shaking because you didn't try Quake Live too, or do you think that you proved yourself like on a competitive level?
The thing is, like, I won a lot of tournaments, so people always say like I'm no good. I think I won some tournaments, so I've shown myself that I'm not also a champion one game. I can change games, so I have the potential to do whatever I want to do. I believe, I feel very confident in my ability to play a game at the highest level, and if I want to play Quake Live, give me 12, 18 months, I could be right at the top for sure.
Oh.
But I know.
Yeah, for sure.
I know I have that ability. It's Quake 4. I came in the game 7 months late.
Yeah.
Played it for 6 months. I was number 2. So I know I have the training, the practice routine, how I do it, and like all the small details I get into, and outthinking my opponent and so forth. It's kind of natural for me now.
Yeah.
I've done it for so long. It's not like I don't play video games anymore. I play every day. So.
Who's the greatest opponent you ever faced? Like through all the years?
I think the biggest rival I had, actually the most fun one was actually Vu. Vu was like
Painkiller.
Painkiller. He was like the real champion at Painkiller. And he was unbeatable for like 12 months. And it took a lot of work on my side to get better and learn and change my game. I had to change my game to beat him. And eventually I figured it out, and I created my own way I played the game. After that, I was on a tear. I won the summer event, and then I went on to win the Singapore event, and then eventually the World Finals, coming back from the lower bracket, winning 4 games in a row against them. So for me, that was like my biggest victory. I always dreamed about winning a 6-figure prize purse.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, when this happens, I'm gonna train so hard for it. I don't care what game it is, I'm gonna go for it. And I was just really happy it was Painkiller because it fits right into my kind of the games I kind of play. But it was a different game. But I was really proud of that. Winning that, I was so happy. It was like thank you. I finally did it. So it was a great moment. You could tell like 10 seconds before I won, I was like so happy. I just had the biggest smile, and it's just amazing feeling when you work so hard for something and you actually accomplish it, and it's just like it brings a tear to your eye sometimes. It's like really it's really emotional because you just all these guys, and they're all training super hard, man. They're all training 8-12 hours a day, and they want to go pro and they want to go make these tournaments. For some people, even just traveling to a tournament, that's like I did it. I'm a sponsored player. I'm on a team. Everyone has like their dream and stuff in gaming, and it's crazy now. Look how many gamers there are today. How many pro gamers there are. It's amazing. They're sponsored. They're on teams and so forth, and we've created a really cool thing over here with gaming over the last 10 years. It's really grown. From '99 when I went pro, it was me walking around in socks at a LAN party playing games, And nowadays, like, everyone's wearing like jerseys for their teams and so forth, and representing, their countries and playing. It's really amazing. So I'm just really happy to be a part of it and stuff. And it's so much fun playing games. This is like the best thing ever.
That final, besides you winning it and really being the underdog coming into it, is that the best event or like most prestigious you ever played at? Because it was at Times Square, it was a lot of money, and it was MTV covering it in 60 minutes. Yeah. Was that the biggest ever event you've been to?
For sure. It wasn't the most spectators ever had at one event, like live. QuakeCon 2004, when I played Doom 3, I had a big crowd, and I did a really cool move where I shot the lights out, where people really didn't know you could do that, and I hid in the shadow, and Data ran right by me. So people were like, "Whoa!" It was a cool moment because everyone's like, "Whoa! What did he do?" So everyone's going nuts about it, And but that was like the biggest. The Painkiller tournament was actually the biggest, in terms of amount of people that are going to hear about it, know about it. Biggest tournament ever in gaming history for prize money paid out to one person. It was $150,000 for one weekend, and so it's a good payday.
DreamHack announced that they're gonna run a TDM tournament this summer. I know that you played with CK for a long while. You're a really strong team. Yeah. Does it tickle you to go back with TDM, or did you never really enjoy it?
No, I loved it. It just, there wasn't a whole lot of money in it, you know, like it was, you know, we were undefeated for like 2 years, you know. I mean, me, CCM, Spook, and Ouija were the original 4, and we wrecked house, you know, like we had such a strong team, like everyone had their role and why we were so good, you know, and, you know, with strategies that I was able to, like, you know, like for different maps I had and so forth, and CCM had his strategies, and like we all kind of pitched in here and there, you know, but just the core of the 4 guys, like we just all knew what we were doing. It was just like, there was no, we weren't talking. I mean, we were so in sync about what's going on and what's happening. We knew exactly where to be and how we had to be there fast or slow or everything. It was like, I mean, it's great when you work with a team where you know, communication's like very small because you just know what everyone's doing.
Would you love to do a TDM comeback?
Well, am I going to do a comeback? You know, I mean, probably not, you know, I mean, it's very interesting, you know, but like, you know, if we can get gaming bigger and more mainstream, like professional sports and so forth, I mean, I'd be very intrigued in coming back and playing. But right now, it's still like it's still growing, it's still a developing field, you know, and we got to get big sponsors in here, you know. Intel obviously is an amazing sponsor, you know. We have a lot of great sponsors already, but we need to, you know, get it more mainstream, get it on TV more, and grow the sport, you know. It takes time, you know, but like, you know, we're all getting older, right? But we're the fans of the future, so. For sure. You know, the generation right now that's, you know, like 40, 50, 60, you know, they're not really kind of into it. I mean, they played, you know, soccer and football and baseball and all these other sports, you know. So when they want to go to events or watch things, they want to watch things that they did as a kid. So now when we get older, we're gonna watch stuff that we did as a kid. We played video games, you know. Yeah. So we're creating this whole world right now, you know. This is the beginning.
I was asked, what happened with the Tiger? I haven't seen it around for a long while. You haven't branded it into your products or anything.
No. My Lucky Tiger Snooze, that thing was a character, so, yeah, like, yeah.
It's still around, though, at home?
Not exactly. It's a really sad story.
Really? Yeah. You want to talk about it?
Not really.
Okay. Do you have any final words or shout-outs or anything?
Yeah, just, you know, thanks for having me here. I mean, this is CeBIT 2011. You know, I've been coming here it's been like 8 years now.
Yeah.
I love traveling and getting a chance to meet all the gamers around the world, and you know, you know, I'm working really hard on making products for gamers and so forth with my company Fatal1ty brand, but you know, I'm also working on some other ideas to grow esports even more. You know, not so much Fatal1ty brand orientated, but more just me as a gamer trying to help grow esports through different businesses I'm trying to develop for gamers, you know, to really get it out there for the gamers, you know, and like make it more available, more connect all these gamers together, you know.
Yeah. Except these Asrock, these motherboards, what kind of product should people look forward to coming this spring, for example, or summer?
Okay, so the Fatal1ty P67 motherboard is a new Intel chipset with the Sandy Bridge. That's our newest product that features the Fatal1ty mouse port, where, you know, gamers can overclock their USB port and so forth. This is like more to like educate mainstream gamers, because a hardcore gamer, the pro gamer already knows this.
Yeah.
But like I'm trying to reach every gamer. And then we're actually working on a Fatal1ty gaming desk.
Really?
A desk for gamers to play PC and console all from one station. So it's a new product I'm working on. It's a very cool idea, and the furniture company came to me and asked me about making a desk for gamers. I'm like, yes, it'd be awesome. I have a great idea, you know. So they put my ideas onto paper, and then we develop a product.
Is that the first of its kind, a gaming desk? I never heard about it before.
Yeah, it's something new. You know, most people have never heard of this kind of thing before, but you know, I'm trying to create a desk that gamers can game most efficiently on it, you know. And it's really cool. It makes it very easy, you know, hiding the cables and so forth, you know, places to put your headphone, your controllers, your Xbox or PS3 or Wii or whatever you have, and then also your computer, all kind of really clean cut, like in order, like, and really nice and sleek too, you know. So It's really cool. I'm really excited about making it. And the reason why I'm making it is actually because I'm trying to help console gamers become better gamers. Because console gamers a lot of times are sitting on the couch and and they're playing on a big 52-inch screen. When you're playing on a 52-inch screen, you know, there's a big 20 or 40 millisecond delay there.
Yeah.
If they would go to like a 5 millisecond display screen, they would improve their accuracy, like long range, like in Call of Duty or any of these games. It'd be so much more exact and precise and more responsive, you know. And like, you know, I can notice a difference in the sense like, oh wow, I have an extra chance to shoot the guy here on the controller, whereas playing on my big screen TV, I don't have that opportunity because I just don't get the data fast enough. And that's why I'm trying to get the gamers all in one spot, you know. So, and then also it's very compact, very sleek, so it's not going to be taking up a whole lot of room in your bedroom or in your apartment. So I'm trying to think of a lot of things that's going to make it great for the gamer.
Thank you. Anything final words? I asked it before, but then I kept going.
Oh yeah, so, we're working with some new projects, also with creative and so forth. So look forward to some things coming out with them through the Fatal1ty brand, and you know, OCZ also, we're doing some very cool things there as well. I'm very excited about the new projects we have coming up. Right now we have the Fatal1ty Memory and Fatal1ty Power Supply unit, but we're looking to make more products.
Thank you so much.
So thank you very much.
Have a nice weekend, I must say.
Yes, well, I'll stay here in Germany. Oh, I go to Dusseldorf, so
okay.
on the road.
Take care.
Bye-bye.